WP. You're a villain that fell in love with a hero. Though the strongest villain on the planet, you constantly lose to your hero, since you just love the rivalry and don't want it to end. As you were being arrested one day, your hero is attacked by another villain, one too strong for them to beat. Too bad, Confoundus, looks like my will was again too strong for your feeble powers, said Artillerilla with satisfaction, before making a gun gesture with her index finger and thumb and pretending to blow smoke off it. It was her signature move, and Confoundus would happily let himself take 1,000 of her easily avoidable inferno bombs to the face just to see it one more time. As he was led away in handcuffs, Confoundus tried to appear defeated and angry. Artillerilla loved a bit of anger. He couldn't let her see how happy he really was, it'd break her heart. Artillerilla had come around at a hard time in Confoundus' life, a time when he found himself struggling for purpose, being a terrifying being that the entire world feared had really grown rather boring. He found himself watching A Hero Emerges, the Hero Academy inside story, on TV more and more over the years, looking at the new blood, hoping against hope that finally there'd be someone to challenge him. But every time someone looked promising, Cyclonia, Septiroid, even that overhyped windbag Heatwave, they always ended up the same, cocky, drug-addled layabouts who just went for the easy, weak villains, posed for some newspaper photos and backed down the second any villain worth their salt made a challenge. Then came Artillerilla. She wasn't particularly strong, her only power other than the standard flight, enhanced reflexes etc. was her ability to create meteor-like orbs between her hands and hurl them at her opponents. They exploded with an impressive flash, and looked dazzling to watch, but unfortunately they took a long time to charge, were easy to dodge and really weren't all that useful in actual combat. Nevertheless she captivated Confoundus, she was brave. While Heatwave and his gang of celebrity hangers-on partied in a nightclub, she challenged Arachniarch, a villain at least 5 times her strength, as he threatened to unleash his horde of spiders on an orphanage. Of course she lost the fight, but she fought valiantly, and Confoundus was disheartened to see Heatwave wipe the cocaine off his nose and fly in at the last moment to nab the glory, barely managing to defeat the significantly weakened Arachniarch. Artillerilla wasn't even mentioned in the news article the next day. He fell in love with her. Her coy smile, her little blowing smoke off the gun victory move, the way she fought with such passion in battle. She was everything he'd ever dreamed of. And so one day, the long-feared return of Confoundus came. It had been oh so satisfying to smack down the pompous upstarts that had risen to international fame as the so-called strongest heroes. He beat the best, then the second best, and before long all the remaining heroes cowered in fear. All but one, Artillerilla. Of course Confoundus could have snapped her mind in two in an instant with his psychic powers, but when he looked at that determined grimace framed by that wavy red hair, he just couldn't bring himself to do it. No, how can this be? He'd said, theatrically. My powers, Confoundus had continued, waving his arms like a madman. Your will, it's too strong, my powers can't touch you.